If you see this car coming towards you, oh, this is very comfy. These freaking awesome wheels. Look at that. Did you have a nice break, buddy? Check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's up, guys? Welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today we're driving the updated version of the Mercedes-Maybach S-Class. And that means that there's a new engine available, the S560. So with the V8 4-liter bi-turbo engine with 469 horsepower, 700 Newton meters of torque, and it's the new entry-level Maybach. So you can still get a V12, which is called an S650 now, with 630 horsepower and 1000 Newton meters. Totally crazy. But we have driven the V12 Maybach already, and you guys seem to like it so much because that video, or those videos, have collectively brought in around 10 million views. So we thought, let's take the new one for a drive as well. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to receive updates when we upload a new video. Alrighty, so we'll do a walk around. I'll show you all the cool stuff around this car that makes it different from a regular S-Class. Then we'll take it for a drive along this road towards the Autobahn, do an Autobahn blast, and I'll do a passenger piece as well, so you guys can check out what it's like to sit in the back of this car on the Autobahn. So let's start with the way it looks. We've got a gray one today. Hasn't been washed properly, but I don't really know what color this is because we don't have a spec sheet available, but it's sort of a brown grayish color. I thought it was selenite gray, but I'm not sure anymore. And we've got a new grille, a waterfall grille with vertical units instead of horizontal ones on the regular S-Class. Radar unit, camera, Maybach written on the grille, which is new for the updated version. A lot of chrome trim in the front bumper, and well, I have to say that it is a very imposing front. If you see this car coming towards you, it is super impressive, and it has a really wide look because of that chrome inlay in the front bumper. We've got multi-beam LED headlights as well. Really boring wheels, and it's a bit of a boring spec if I have to be honest. If I can be honest, I mean, it's a Maybach, come on. I'll show you when we get inside the car on my phone. You can do the configurator on the website, and you can spec this car really nicely. So this is special for the Maybach as well, this sort of matte aluminium finish. It is 5 meters 46 long. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 46. And it is 20 centimeters longer than a long wheelbase version of the S-Class. So you do really get some extra stuff, and that's mainly wheelbase, so the rear passengers really have a lot of space. We've got a Maybach logo on there as well, and some exhaust pipes, 4 of them, 2 on each side. Let's take a look at the engine. It's a shame though that they use the regular Mercedes-Benz star now and not the Maybach logo on the front. That would be really cool. So there it is, the 4-liter V8 bi-turbo. Well, I don't really know why I'm showing you this, nothing to see. Maybach logo on the key as well. And if we take a look inside, I'll show you this part first. So as I said, the spec is not that interesting. We've got a lot of black leather with very dark wood. The steering wheel could be a bit, you know, more exciting, more luxurious as well, if you ask me. We even have regular floor mats. So it's a bit of a a poor man's Maybach, if that's even possible. We do have a nice Maybach logo up here, and the leather is super nice, of course. But the last Maybach we drove, the S600 of the previous generation, we had, you know, diamond stitching on the center console, on the dashboard, on the seats, in the doors as well. So that was a lot more plush and maybe over the top, but that's what a Maybach should be, if you ask me. We do have the Burmester high-end audio system, so that's the upgraded version of the upgraded audio, and it has 25 speakers and produces 1540 watts of sound, so that is super impressive. It has like 3D sound, and I don't know what it all means, but it sounds incredible. So of course we also have the Magic Sky control, which means that we can make this a bit lighter so you guys can see more. And we will get in the back seat. Maybach logo, very cool. Another Maybach logo. Oh, someone has been in here with dirty shoes, Martijn. Dirty boy. All right. So in here, I mean, the space is incredible. You guys know that I'm very tall, but I can sit here very comfortably, and that's not even with chauffeur mode engaged. So we hit this button, which is part of a package. Let me just get the radio off. Oh my God, look at this. Check this out. I'm going to turn on the radio. Ooh. I'm going to turn on the radio. Look at that. It's spinning. And the ones in the front do the same. Very, very cool. Okay, so chauffeur mode. This is part of the chauffeur package, which means you get this stuff, and you get heated and ventilated seats in the back as well. Oh, very nice. Oh, yes. That is comfy. Check out how soft that is. And you can also remove it. Oh, that's nice. We've got some nice soft pillows as well. Some cup holders. A lot of ambilight in here as well. We will also record a night POV, so stay tuned for that one. It's going to be epic. And as you can see, those 25 speakers, I mean, they are everywhere. The front door has got 3 per piece. We've got one in the front, one up there, 3 up here. The rear doors have 2 as well. And then we have 2 more in the back, and there's a subwoofer in the boot as well. No fridge this time. Which of course is an option, and we have this remote to control the screen, which says Maybach. Very cool. Yeah. All right, let's get in and drive this beast. It is pretty freaking huge, but you know, it still has 469 horsepower, which should be enough to get this 2.2 ton car moving. I have to show you some stuff on my phone as well. We made a community post asking you to post questions for me to answer in this video, so we'll do a couple of them. Which is better, driving or sitting at the back seat? Well, sitting in the back seat is better in this car, right? It is. Which is better, 740 A8L and okay, well, 740 or a Maybach V8? I don't really know if that's comparable, but I would go for a 750, for instance. Does it go fast? Yes, it does. 4.9, 250 kilometers an hour. Is it worth the premium over the S560? If you're going to go Maybach, you might as well go V12. No. Probably, but in the Netherlands this car is 100,000 euros cheaper than the V12. So I think the difference between an S560 and an S560 Maybach is a lot less big than between this and a V12. So I'm not sure that's true. Talk about things you hate about this great car, I will in a minute. And another thing I wanted to show you guys is, I told you, the configurator. So this gray one with black and boring wheels, it's not that exciting, but if you try on the configurator, you can actually get this car looking pretty freaking awesome. So this is basically the one we have. It's like a base version, but you can go for two-tone. There are 9 different kinds of two-tone paints. I would go for this one, which is emerald green and aragonite silver, which means that you get the bottom in green, the top in silver, and then I would go for these wheels, which are freaking awesome. I don't understand why this car doesn't have them, because there are a few things about a Maybach that make it so special. The two-tone paint, these freaking awesome wheels. Look at that. Look how awesome that is. And I would also go for a lighter interior with that diamond stitching, and you can also get the top and the bottom half of the steering wheel in wood, which I would also get because I love wood. All right, so driving a Maybach, what is it like? Well, firstly, you really feel that you're driving a car that's so long, and I sort of catch myself checking if I'm not taking a corner too tightly, because that rear end also has to go around that corner and it sort of feels like it's all the way back there. In the Maybach you also get an IWC Schaffhausen clock, which you also get in AMGs, but if that's a bit too expensive for you, you can also check out one of our watches. This is called the Pilota. You can check it out in our store. Link is in the top right corner. And I think it fits this car nicely. It's really elegant, so I like it. Stuff I don't like about this car. Well, I think that there's some things that are too Mercedes, like the dials, the screens, the layout of the screens. I would have liked them to make a special version of the digital instrument cluster with a Maybach logo, for instance. And most of the switchgear, well, pretty much everything is just Mercedes-Benz. And the fact that everything is so luxurious and plush and opulent, it has mainly to do with the rear seats and the materials they use. But it's not like there's a lot that's only available in a Maybach, which I think is a shame. So we'll stop here in the tunnel for a couple of seconds so you guys can check out the ambient lighting. Check it out, a lot of blue here at the back as well. But as I said, we'll make a night POV too, so stay tuned for that one. So as you can hear, that engine is actually quite audible. You can really hear it, and this is in comfort mode. So if we switch to sport, it becomes even louder. And that's mostly the engine sound and a little bit of the exhaust, because we've got these, I don't know what it is, like triple layered glass, so it is very quiet in here normally. But that's a nice V8 sound. I like that. It's not as sort of quietly powerful and fast like a V12, but it's nice that you at least hear that you've got a V8. So here we are at the Autobahn. We can test the capabilities of the AMG inspired engine from the C63, of course, the regular one, not the S. Sport mode, it still rolls quite a bit, a little bit of understeer. And this car should be able to do 0 to 100 in 4.9 seconds, and the top speed is limited at 250 kilometers an hour, which we'll see how quick it will get there. So the suspension is really good because you don't feel anything of these ridges. I know how hard they can be in some cars. Okay, so that's the top speed already, 258, and we've got quite a bit of sound from the sunroof. I don't think that's very Maybach-y, but okay. We can close these blinds to get rid of that sound, but I don't really think that you should get any of those sounds in a Maybach, even at top speed. But the rest is really quiet, I have to say. There's not a lot of tire noise, wind noise, apart from that squeaky sunroof. Alright, we're at the gas station, so we're going to switch. I'm going to let my driver take over. He's over there enjoying his break. Did you have a nice break, buddy?
I did.
Okay. So we'll stop right here. And we'll switch. That was smooth. All right. Home, Martijn Fred.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and we'll get the chauffeur mode going. Please let me know if it's annoying with the headrest.
You're the boss.
Oh, this is very comfy. So we can operate pretty much everything up here. I can also... Oh, that's the rear one. I can close that one. And I can open this one because I want some more light. Yes. And then I can also operate the Magic Sky control. And we can close these blinds as well. So if you want to take a nap, you can actually make it quite dark in here, because it's a very sunny day, and this is quite nice. I think this could have been a lot better with the update. This screen and the stuff you can do, it could have been more extensive, and it could have been bigger as well. So the question is, does this S560 feel like a Maybach, or does it feel like an S-Class? Because with a V12 S-Class, it's easier to make it feel special as a Maybach. So there are basically a couple of things that you could buy a Maybach for. It's the badge, which is, you know, very prestigious. It's of course the space. The extra space is very impressive, and it is really comfortable. 1 in 10 S-Classes in 2017 worldwide were Maybachs, so there's definitely enough demand for it, and I think that this 560 version will speak to a much broader audience. It's just that this version, the one we've got today, is just too much like an S-Class. It should be a lot more opulent, a lot more sort of outgoing, and I would definitely go for one of those two-tone paints, even though it costs almost 15,000 euros. I would go for those typical Maybach wheels, the diamond stitching, the wooden steering wheel. I would just make it so much more luxurious, and I think then it doesn't really matter that it has a V8 instead of a V12. And anyway, the V12 is disappearing at Mercedes-Benz anyway, so you don't have a choice soon. So that's it for this review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. You can check out this POV review of a BMW 750 Li that has been spec'd properly, and you can check out this playlist of POV reviews. Don't forget to subscribe, and you can follow us on social media. Just search for AutoTopNL. Thanks, guys. See you at the next one. Bye.